So it's been a pleasure to be here at the BOS convention at Winchester this year. My name is Joseph Wu, and this is some of my work. When I do origami, I think about, I always remember back to what Yoshizawa said. He said that the paper is the flesh and the folds are the bones. And a lot of origami, especially the representational origami, follows this sort of idea. As you add folds, it gives structure to the paper, and even the complex origami follows this idea. You have more and more folds and more layers, and the thickness gives body to this creation. And so the paper really is the flesh. And unfortunately, the problem is that as you add more layers, the body gets really thick. And so there's this never-ending search by complex folders to find the perfect paper. The thinner the better. Origami dough paper is specially designed for this, for example, to be able to take a lot of folds and yet still be super thin to accommodate this idea. In my approach, I've taken a very different point of view to folding. I consider the paper to be the skin. And instead of building up layers to create volume, I'm looking at the paper as the shell of the piece. So for example, this pig you can see that I've designed, it's very round and voluminous, but if you look at it from the inside, it's actually very hollow. So very much so, the paper is the skin of the model, and all the folds are still giving it the structure, very much like a skeleton, but it's a skeleton propping up the skin as opposed to building up layers of paper to create structure. And I find that this approach gives me the ability to use thicker papers. In fact, I need thicker and stiffer papers to hold up to this sort of approach, and I can get the volume that I want without having that problem of having too many layers and seeking after thinner papers over and over again. So this is what I like to do, my approach to design, and most of my models are like that. There's a hippopotamus here, again very much a hollow piece, although I've closed up the flaps here, but you can still see if you look that there are hollow spaces inside that create the volume of my work.